Hi, this is Adam Paul Seagram coming to you from the American Southwest Desert. And it's hot out there, and it's kind of nice, so I like the heat. In any case, my talk today started out by a phone conversation I had yesterday with a good friend who got dumped by her mate of 22 years. And she's quite in shock. It came overnight. She wasn't expecting it. Apparently, her partner moved someone else in while she was out of town. Supposedly a friend that came to visit. And my dear friend is recovering from a state of shock. And this reminded me that we all get things delivered when the time needs to be. Apparently, it was, and something is in divine timing. She's still recovering in a new place with her family on the ocean, on the beach. So it's not all bad. She got a new job and all of that. And we get these things sort of dumped in our laps once in a while, and we get surprises. And we talked about how people are leaving the planet right now. She said, man, now my aunt just died a week later, who I was very close to. I said, well, I explained to her, it came to me, and I'm really clear about this, because we're in this shift right now. A lot of people are choosing to leave the planet who aren't going to be here for what's coming. They have served their karmic life experience and presence here and have done what they came here to do. They've lived their lives. And their energy simply doesn't match what's coming, and it's time for them to go. So we have to let them go and be willing to let go and to be thankful for the blessings that were good and have been there all this time, and know that new will come. New is coming. New is coming out of everything. And what made me talk about this was that she had gifted me one time a Mayan calendar. It was like a round, like 24-inch round cylinder carved piece out of plaster, and it was a beautiful work of art. I had it hanging on my front porch under the rooftop where I recently moved from, and in Sedona, and I wanted to bring it with me. I brought a lot of nice things along, and it had been in the sun in the late afternoons for many years. It was always under the roof, so it didn't get any rain on it. But in any case, and it was right next to a bamboo, and it just was really appropriate. And the color was great. But anyway, I went to remove it and take it down, and when I picked it up with my hands, it simply disintegrated and fell apart in my fingers. The whole thing just went to powder. And I took that as a time, well, it didn't need to come with me. And it also was the Mayan calendar, which ran out in 2012. Most of you know that. And that's a symbol of how it served its purpose, and its time had come to an end. And it wasn't meant to go with me. And we're now we're approaching a fresh start. We all have an option to have a fresh start. And with this shift, all the old things are deteriorating and falling away and disappearing. And what we need to focus on is the new, who we really want to be now, what we want to create now, and know that the energy is there in order to establish a new territory, a new ground, and to move forward in new ways and to express ourselves from our heart, not what culture tells us our mind must do. We call that the mindkinism. We get all caught up in the thoughts of the mind, and we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to go there, and sort of push the river. In the West, we've been taught to do that, and we know how to do it really well. But it's time to jump in and let the flow take us forward. Tina, I can't think of her name right now. It's Tina Spalding, who channels Jesus, which is very interesting. You can look her up, and she's really great. Her perspective is one of moving forward, as is mine. And you may have thought we're towards the end of our lives, but I'm getting that we're getting renewal in a lot of ways. And if we're choosing to stay, this was a choice made a long time ago before we came to this planet, was to be part of this shift. And many of us will stay, and we're here to help build a new earth, and it transforms things into conscious choices that are environmentally friendly, that honor one another, and aren't based on patriarchal power, which is designed to control and keep people in their place, more or less. That we need to have the feminine in all of us come forward, so that which is the creative principle, it's the birthing principle, It's the balance that comes to patriarch's good, but we got to have matriarch as well. And that's been kind of droned out in our culture, and it's not been healthy for us. We're seeing the results now. And the feminine takes care of the earth, loves the earth, because it knows it's one with the earth, as we are, all of us. And we all are one with each other. So this is a time of unity consciousness emerging. Anything that is counter to that isn't the truth. It's not going to fly. And those in power are seeing that now, especially in authoritarian ideals and laws and rules. They're just falling apart because people know that this isn't working. And we deserve better than this. So that's true in your own life too. So I want you to know that there's something in you that is clear, that it is divine love, it is divine spirit, intelligence of the universe that you were birthed with, that you may have been told you don't have, but you do. We all have it. It's there, so call upon that to guide you forward in all things now, because that's part of bringing balance back into our physical world. We're here to the ideal is to bring heaven to earth, and it is, you have to get rid of the old first. You have to get rid of the hell first. And the hell is going to take care of itself. It's falling apart of its own accord. So the new energy, the new light that our universe is moving into, the new energy, supports light. It's because it is light, and that's who and what we are. We've just been controlled too long. So this is no kind of rebellion. This is just an evolution. And all good things will stand or transform into better. And we have to just honor that belief and do that in our daily lives, and especially with ourselves. Treat yourself with love. I've been learning my whole life how to love myself. When I was a small boy, I was in the room when my father died of a massive heart attack. And it took me many years and some therapy and learning about light and why I'm here. I'm grateful I have his great genes and great creativity and expression and awareness. But I'm also aware, if it took me a lifetime to realize that he didn't leave because he didn't love me or I was unlovable, this is what he had to do. And I understand that now completely, and it's okay. So when people leave us, choose to leave us, they're not choosing to leave us, they're doing what they have to do. So if you're losing someone in a relationship or as a result of death or disease or whatever, you have to allow them to pass the passage through their journey without trying to hold them back. And yes, we can help heal and all of that, and if that's a choice between them and their maker, source. And it may be their time, it may be their challenge to overcome, and many people do, and they stick around. So, but again, we have to allow them to be who they are and experience what they're choosing to experience. And I spoke with my mom, who left this world many years ago, but we communicate from time to time. I communicate with the other side. I'm an intuitive. I have no problem doing that. And she said, I wish I had listened to you. She died of cancer. And she said, I wish I had gone to another clinic and not listened to my doctor who took massive measures. And I could have survived. It would have been different. So we have options if we choose to listen to them and follow them, and that's okay. But again, I wish she had stuck around, and I wish my dad had stuck around. I had to grow up without a dad. But my mom did her best to fill in the blanks. So I'm learning every day to fill in the blanks, but I allow spirit to fill in the blanks. I just surrender to God, to spirit, whatever that means to you, and say, you know what, handle this for me, because I don't know what to do. I'm tired of doing it all, and that which is available pops up and comes to me, through me, around me, or another source. One day I was asking for a message. I needed a message when I woke up, and that day, and a copy of Architectural Digest, I'm also an architect, designer, came to my house, and I threw it on the glass dining table, and it slid across the glass. The page flew open, and in print was the answer I was seeking, which had nothing to do with the magazine. It had to do with what I was asked for. So they say, seek and ye shall find. So go ahead and ask Spirit. Turn it over to Spirit. It will respond, because we are one with it. It is one with us. It is one with everybody on this planet. So we have the divine, we don't need an authority to tell us. We are our own authority. So I always say, be your own guru. If you need help, ask for it. It'll come. So I'm available to do private sessions on the phone or Zoom. Adam Paul Seagram. Look for me on Facebook. Messenger is a good way to connect, and we'll work together. And it's been helpful to help people move forward and to discover new journeys and new visions and new energies. One day I was doing a session with a young lady who has been widowed. She was 30 years old. She had 3 small babies. She was widowed. We did a session. She said, I want to speak to my husband. I said, yeah, let's try. Let's dial him up. So he came through right away. And he's talking the whole time about his name, something about his name. His name was Greg. And she said, I have a jewelry business that I started, and that's my new career. I want to do that. I have some insurance money from his death, and I have this new line of jewelry. And I kept hearing him say, ask her about my name. So in my human mind, I'm trying to think, how does Greg fit into a jewelry business? So finally, he kept asking. He asked about my name. I said, so he's saying something about his name in your business. She says, oh, well, before he died, we decided to name the jewelry after his last name. It's called, I guess I could say this, a Sondheim jewelry. So give her some, she's good. Give her some business. Tell her I sent you. And from Sedona, her reader from Sedona. And that verified for me that this was real, because I kept thinking, how can I help this young lady? How can I get myself out of the way? I want to hear what's real and what's true for her. And he says, and she says, oh, that's my name. So that's how he validated for me that this was right on. So I get that a lot. Anyhow, I'm available to help you in any way. I'm a practitioner for 40 years now of divine mind, spirit, and I pray for people. I help move energy, and when I do, things happen, because you have to be ready. So get yourself ready also, and feel free to contact me. And if you like this, of course, subscribe and punch like, so that I can be viewed by more people. YouTube puts out more, apparently, that. I'm not big into self-promotion, but I guess it's essential. So, in any case, have a great day, and remember, things happen when they're supposed to, and there's usually some kind of message in it for us, like the calendar falling apart. So have a beautiful day, and thank you for listening, and keep smiling, and keep your energy moving, and be open to all good things. See you later. Bye for now.